Yo, what's up? Medkit here.
And today, Predecessor dropped some highlights of Greystone, the next hero coming to Predecessor. I watched this video a dozen times already, and I'm going to show you some details that you may have overlooked and what I discovered after watching this video in super slow-mo. Let's go.
Tried my best just to catch a fucking smile, but for now I see myself ain't hitting the 35. Wait for days.
The first thing I want to mention is that it seems he retains most, if not all of his kit from OG Paragon. I'm going to quickly go over them one by one. We still see his Assault the Gates and Make Way in the very beginning of the video. The only thing I can say about Assault the Gates is that Greystone leaps a much farther distance than he used to back in OG Paragon. A few moments later, Greystone activates Make Way and you can see the VFX for this ability go on for 4 seconds. However, because Greystone is landing at least 6 basic attacks successfully against Kira here, we can see the full duration of Make Way last for 7 whole seconds. Pretty cool addition. This will help Greystone become a nuisance and a threat in the thick of battle. If Greystone is on your carry, ignoring him is no longer a smart option. Let's move on and take a closer look at his brand new ability, Sacred Oath. Greystone activates Sacred Oath for the first time right about here with a 12-second cooldown timer at level 1. Immediately, you can see Greystone's sword glows gold. 4 basic attacks later, his sword returns to normal right about here. If we slow down the footage, we can see Greystone actually misses the first basic attack after activating Sacred Oath. And Greystone's Sacred Oath goes on cooldown when this timer is at around 7 seconds, which means it hasn't even been a full 6-second duration yet. This means 2 things. Greystone's sword glows gold until he lands 3 basic attacks on an enemy or 6 seconds have passed. Moving on to his passive, this has 2 components. We first see Greystone proccing his Stoicism just before the enemy Kira turns around and shoots him. Freezing at this frame here, we can see his shield has this glowing light. As soon as Kira fires at Greystone with an auto attack, a few frames later, Greystone's shield loses that glow and his passive goes on cooldown. To illustrate this VFX again, at this frame, his passive is ready. A few frames later, we see Decker firing an auto attack at Greystone and Greystone visibly deflects it. His passive goes on cooldown and he didn't lose HP due to the incoming attack. Another thing I noticed about the passive, you see how his dragon armor is not glowing here despite the fact that his ultimate is ready? You see these stacks? Throughout the video, every time Greystone reaches max stacks of 8 on his passive, his armor glows. This means we can no longer tell if a Greystone has his ultimate in his back pocket or not just based off of the glow on his back, which in my opinion is a welcome change. The enemy team shouldn't know when an ultimate is active or not. That's too much information for them. Rather, now if you see Greystone's armor glowing, that means his physical power bonus he gets from his passive is now doubled, so watch out. And now for what you've been waiting for, his reworked ultimate. It is now an active ability.
Oh, is that right? Well, I sure hope somebody picks up that phone, because I f***ing called it!
Throughout the video, Greystone is activating his Stone-Forged Soul at will. It looks like it's pretty much the exact same ability but with enhanced camera angles and it goes on cooldown. The only other thing I noticed about this ability is that right about here we see Gideon using his ultimate, Black Hole, and if we slow down the footage, Greystone seems to be moving. Not sure if this is a bug or not. According to the Early Access patch notes V0.8, he enters stasis, which means he should be immune to everything, including being moved around. I've been saying this for the longest time that a passive ultimate in Predecessor just does not make any sense. Not only did they do a fantastic job reworking his ultimate, but they cranked up his visual effects up to an 11. The level of detail is insane. Now that we've seen what Omega is capable of when it comes to reworking problematic abilities, I'm in even more anticipation of what they will do to other upcoming heroes. I'm hyped for Greystone, one of the most iconic offlane heroes from OG Paragon.
But that's enough out of me. I want to know what you think. Leave a comment below. Leave a like if you haven't already. It helps me make more content like this. If you like my content, consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll catch you on the next Predecessor video. Medkit out.